Stung by the parallel government set up by the Maoists, the Chhattisgarh government has initiated a massive retraining program in this counter-terrorism and jungle warfare school to create a commando police force. Some Chhattisgarh police commandos trained here have already gone into action, flushing out Maoist guerrillas in the Dandakaranya jungles. They move in the direction of fire and finally capture 2 Maoist guerrillas. Many such battles are being fought every day in the Maoist Red Corridor, and the police commandos are now winning some of them. Set up in August last year, capable of training over 3,000 police commandos annually, the counter-terrorism and jungle warfare school was set up by Brigadier Panwar. And this is his motto:
fight the gorilla like a gorilla. We got to get out the roads. We got to get out of the thanas. We have got to go into the jungles.
60% of Chhattisgarh is jungle, where the People's Guerrilla Army is based, territory where the police have rarely ventured. And so the new emphasis on training police commandos for jungle warfare.
सर उनकी बात क्या है सर, वो छुपे हैं और छुप के सर रहना हमारे लिए अच्छी बात नहीं है सर. अगर हम सही हैं तो हम सामने से आएंगे सर.
Chhattisgarh Director General of Police O.P. Rathore has got the necessary approvals to give a military edge to the state's police forces.
The normal police force is not trained to do this kind of job. And if a ill-trained police force is sent and pitted against army-trained type guerrillas, it is no match.
Now,
intelligence available with CNN-IBN suggests that the strength of the People's Guerrilla Army stands at 10,000 across the country. With a network of about 50,000 overground supporters, they can now strike at will and in large numbers, like the November 2005 attack on Jahanabad, when a force of 1,000 Maoists set free 300 of their comrades from the Jahanabad jail.
They've got the weapons, they've got the training, they've got the ideology in place, and they're gradually spreading this red carpet. In fact, if you come here on this map, you see the police stations with these red, green triangles. They are marked by these pins. This much of area, there are no police stations here.
CNN-IBN's Special Investigation Team has exclusive access to maps and documents that reveal that almost 27% of Indian territory is under Maoist control, backed by military training provided by the LTTE.
They have these outside alliances. We've got video clippings of the LTTE giving them training and an ID methodology, how it can be used. And this is being used extensively all across the board.
The first step in countering the Maoist Janatana Sarkar is to militarily reverse the situation by sending in well-trained police commandos to wage jungle warfare against the Maoist guerrillas.
Intention of the state government and I suppose of the central government would be to replace the red flag here with the Indian tricolor. I mean, that's really the point.
Absolutely.
This helidrome in the Jungle Warfare College was built by literally flattening the top of a hill, and it is from here that battle-ready police commandos will be airlifted 120 kilometers south to Abuj Marj in the dense Dandakaranya forests to flush out the Maoists. Fact 1. The Maoists have set up a government in Dandakaranya. Fact 2. The centre is yet to respond with a coherent strategy. But the people on the ground have a way of expressing their voice. Next, we see that administering an area is not as easy as fighting for its control.
The worst single act of violence by the Maoists in the last 30 years. 55 Adivasi villagers killed by a landmine in Dantewada, punished for participating in Salwa Judum, an anti-Maoist campaign in southern Chhattisgarh. Salwa Judum, which loosely means peace march, is actively supported by the state.
It is known as the peace march. The villagers, they organize rallies, they put community pressure, and because of the community pressure, a lot of tribals who have joined Naxalites, they come back and surrender. So in all, more than 400 Naxalites have already surrendered.
On the ground, Salwa Judum is led by Mahendra Karma, the Adivasi leader of the Congress in Chhattisgarh, backed and funded by Chief Minister Raman Singh's BJP government. Since June 2005, he has campaigned in Adivasi villages on the edge of the Dandakaranya liberated zone set up by the Maoists, urging Adivasis to rise against them.
ये स्थितियां ऐसी आएंगी कि वो सभी लोगों को अपने से अपने मतलब बचाव में सरेंडर करना होगा.
By summer, the government wants the Salwa Judum campaign to enter Maoist-controlled territory.
Salwa Judum is taking place along this border here. How does Salwa Judum get here in this center? It has to be done by a multi-pronged strategy. And all economic, political, social, psychological have got to be in here. It is the security forces which have to take the first step.
CNN IBN special investigative team got exclusive access to this Maoist leader in a jail, who believes that it will be impossible to subdue the Maoists through military means.
इनके पुलिस है टारगेट रखते हैं कि इनको हमको मार देने से शायद कम हो जाए, इनकी राज्य सरकार या प्रशासन का ये सोच रहा है, लेकिन ऐसी कोई बात है नहीं। हमको अंदर आ जाने से, हमको मारे जाने से उनकी संगठन में क्या होता है, आगे बढ़ने की जो प्रक्रिया में कोई कमी नहीं आएगी।
So Salwa Judum, portrayed as a spontaneous movement, some believe is actually part of the larger military operation.
In effect, it is a ground clearing movement that is removing the tribals from their villages at gunpoint and forcing them to come and stay in the camps.
This has led to a Maoist retribution against the Adivasis. More than 150 Adivasis have been killed by Maoists since the Salwa Judum began.
ये आपका दायित्व बनता है कि आप डेवलपमेंट पैकेज लेकर उन क्षेत्रों में जाइए। अगर आप ऐसा नहीं किए तो ये आंदोलन में जो किकबैक की जो संभावनाएं हैं फिर वहां पैदा होंगी।
This is the unfortunate side effect of the Maoist movement. Thousands of tribals have been displaced from their traditional forest habitats and herded into relief camps like this in Bastar and Dantewada.
To attract the Adivasi supporters of the Maoists to relief camps like this, the government has announced a rehabilitation package. A few months ago, these Adivasis were Sangam members, the Maoist intelligence network.
तुम्हारे साथ हम रहेंगे, तुम कभी ना ऐसा नहीं भटकोगे, हम तुम्हारे साथ रहेंगे, पुलिस वाला आएंगे तो हम मार के भगाएंगे।
But Salwa Judum has now given the security forces the opportunity to enter Abu Zmad, where the core of the Maoist force is based.
Peculiarly in our state, the politician has gone up to this line. They have started the Salwa Judum. But for him to get in here, it has to be the security force.
The military strategy behind Salwa Judum is to break the Maoist network in the tribal areas of northern Chhattisgarh.
इन गर्मियों तक हम लोग दंतेवाड़ा जिले के सभी गांवों में जो भी नक्सली नेटवर्क है हम उसको खत्म करने की स्थिति में होंगे।
This police camp in Dantewada is a sign of the government's efforts to break the Maoist network.
लड़ने जाऊंगा सर मैं।
Adivasi boys training to become special police officers to take on the Maoists.